The invisible battle, how stress hijacks your sleep. Sleep isn't just about closing your eyes, it's about safety. That deep, peaceful slumber you crave only happens when your nervous system believes the world is calm, that your life isn't under threat. But stress doesn't care what time it is. It doesn't check the clock and politely leave at 10 p.m. Stress is loud. It follows you home from work, it sneaks into your relationships, it festers in your inbox and your overthinking mind. And when bedtime comes, stress shows up uninvited, turning rest into a battlefield. Let's break it down. When you're stressed, whether it's from looming deadlines, family tension, or that endless to-do list, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones are great for emergencies, but they're terrible for bedtime. They keep your heart rate elevated, your mind alert, and your body in fight or flight mode. Your brain, in survival mode, thinks it's dangerous to fall asleep. Now imagine lying in bed, exhausted but wired. Your thoughts race. You remember what you forgot to do today. You anticipate what could go wrong tomorrow. Maybe your chest feels tight. Maybe you toss and turn, trying to will yourself into sleep. But the harder you try, the more elusive sleep becomes. This isn't just annoying, it's biology. Stress disrupts your circadian rhythm, suppresses melatonin production, and keeps your brain cycling through anxiety instead of letting it drift into rest. Chronic stress doesn't just steal hours from your night, it reduces the quality of the sleep you do get. Deep sleep and REM cycles, where memory, healing, and emotional processing occur, get cut short or skipped entirely. You wake up feeling groggy, emotionally drained, and more reactive. The irony? Poor sleep then makes you more sensitive to stress, and the cycle deepens. But here's the truth. This cycle isn't permanent. You can retrain your nervous system. You can shift from survival mode to safety, from fight or flight to rest and digest. And the first step is awareness. In the next part, we'll look at how to spot the hidden signals your body sends when stress is sabotaging your rest, and how to decode them before they spiral. Listening to your body. Spotting stress before it wrecks your night. Your body speaks long before your thoughts catch up. That tight jaw, the shallow breathing, the racing heart, those are whispers from your nervous system, begging you to slow down. But most of us don't listen. We power through, normalize the tension, and call it hustle. By the time night falls, we're carrying an entire day's weight, and our body no longer knows how to let go. The secret to better sleep isn't just what you do at bedtime. It starts much earlier with tuning in. When stress shows up, your body shifts into high alert. Shoulders rise, muscles clench, digestion slows. Breathing becomes quick and shallow, your eyes scan for danger. Even if the threat is an email and not a lion, your biology reacts the same. You're flooded with cortisol. Your body says, not safe to rest. So what do? We ignore it. We scroll. We binge. We drink caffeine at 4 p.m. We work late, then complain we can't unwind. But what if instead we began to notice the signs? What if your 3 p.m. tension headache was a signal to pause, breathe, and reset instead of powering through? What if your impatience in traffic wasn't a character flaw, but a nervous system on overload? Identifying stress signals is like learning a new language, the language of your body. It starts with observation. Keep a journal. Write down how your body feels at different times of the day. Notice when you get irritable, when your breathing gets tight, when you reach for sugar, noise, or distraction. These aren't moral failures. They're red flags of a body out of sync. Once you notice, you can interrupt. That interruption is everything. A 1-minute breathwork session. A walk outside, a stretch, a prayer, a hand on your chest to remind yourself, I'm safe. These small resets rewire your nervous system over time. They train your brain that not every alert needs a reaction, and that rest is allowed. Because here's the deeper truth. Your body doesn't just want sleep, it wants safety. And when you practice safety during the day, you teach your body that it's okay to let go at night. In the next section, we'll build practical pre-sleep rituals rooted in this nervous system understanding. Rituals that gently shift your body from hyper-alert to deeply relaxed. The bridge to rest, building evening rituals that actually work. A good night's sleep doesn't begin at bedtime, it starts hours before. The truth is, we can't go from full-speed chaos to deep rest in 5 minutes. Your nervous system needs a runway. It needs signals that the day is winding down, that you're safe, and that rest is coming. That's where evening rituals come in, not as chores, but as acts of kindness toward your future self. Think about how we soothe babies to sleep. We dim the lights, lower our voices, swaddle them, hum lullabies. Everything signals safety and transition. Your adult nervous system isn't so different. It's craving that same predictability and softness. Start with light. As the sun goes down, so should the brightness around you. Dim lamps. Turn off overheads. Let your eyes and brain ease into the idea that night is here. Next, unplug. The blue light from your phone or laptop confuses your brain, telling it to stay alert. But it's not just the light, it's the content. Doom scrolling, news, emails, they keep your cortisol elevated long past their welcome. Now enter the power of sensory cues. Choose a consistent set of actions that signal bedtime. It might be making a cup of herbal tea, lighting a candle, reading a few pages of a calming book, or doing gentle stretches. What matters isn't what you do, it's that you do it consistently. Rituals over time become a cue to your brain. We're powering down. But the most powerful ritual? Breath. Deep, intentional breathing lowers your heart rate, shifts your nervous system into parasympathetic mode, and anchors your attention. Try this. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Do it for 5 minutes while lying in bed. Let it become your lullaby. And let's talk about thoughts, because the moment your head hits the pillow, your brain loves to bring up every unresolved issue. Instead of wrestling with your thoughts, give them a container. Keep a notebook by your bed. Write down what's bothering you. Give it a name. Then remind yourself, this is for tomorrow. Right now is for rest. You don't need a 2-hour routine. You just need consistency, kindness, and cues that say, you're safe. You can let go. In the final part, we'll explore how to make these changes sustainable and how to create a long-term lifestyle that supports both peace and rest. Creating a lifestyle of safety beyond nightly rituals, sleep hygiene and evening routines are important, yes, but deep rest is also a reflection of your daytime reality. If your days are chronically overwhelming, your nights will echo that chaos. True, lasting sleep isn't just about winding down at night. It's about cultivating a life that doesn't constantly trigger survival mode. Let's start with the nervous system's favorite word, safety. We've talked about how your body needs to feel safe to sleep, but what creates that sense of safety during the day? It's rhythm, boundaries, pause, joy, connection. Things that remind your brain, I'm not in danger, I'm grounded, I have choice. That means rethinking your relationship with urgency. Do you answer emails at red lights? Do you say yes when your body is screaming no? Do you pack your schedule so tightly that breathing feels like a luxury? These habits teach your nervous system that life is constant threat, and no evening ritual can fully undo 16 hours of internal alarm bells. Sustainable rest starts with micro moments, taking breaks, eating lunch away from your screen, saying no without guilt, moving your body with kindness, laughing, calling a friend, drinking water. These things seem small, but they send massive safety signals to your brain. They say, this life isn't an emergency. And when stress does come, as it always will, you meet it differently. You have more capacity. You've built internal buffers. You've trained your body to return to calm. This is resilience, and it's the secret ingredient to peaceful sleep. Here's the deeper truth. Rest isn't something you earn by finishing your to-do list. It's your birthright. It's the foundation that allows everything else to flourish. And the more you live like you deserve rest, the easier it becomes to receive it. In our final section, we'll tie it all together. How to rewire your daily life for nervous system peace, build a new relationship with stress, and embrace sleep, not just as a goal, but as a natural outcome of living like you're safe.